everyone. Welcome to Meowy Hour. I'm your host, Arden Moore. As you know, this show is brought to you every Wednesday night on Facebook by the Cat Fancier Association. And I also want to take this opportunity to give a big pause and applause for our two sponsors. We have Meowy Wana. They make organic catnip treats and really good stuff. And we have Kitty Raid. This is a isotonic drink, right, Rusty? Yeah, let's see. Let me check it out. Yeah, it keeps us very hydrated. It has prebiotics. It has taurine. It has a lot of good stuff. So we're going to be giving some prizes away. I want to also, obviously, you see two gingers in the house. Please give a little goodbye, Casey, to Pet Safety Cat Casey and Rusty, the performer. And of course, we can't do this show without my co-host, all breed CFA judge, Kathy Black, with our doggy designee, Destiny. And they're back. They're back with a behavior vengeance. We have had people ask questions and we decided to say, hey, can you guys come back? So we are so happy and grateful. Back from the Cat Behavior Alliance is that dynamic cat duo of Rita Reimers and Linda Hall, and you'll be seeing tails in their screens all over.
Yeah. This is Dexter. I'm surprised he's not right in front of the camera.
Give him a chance. Give him a chance. But what we're going to do today, everyone, we're going to cover some of the things we normally do, but we're really going to try to be structured. And we have some questions from you and others that we are going to pitch to our behavior experts, Linda and Rita. And we really hope that this is going to be a good hour for you to get a better understanding of why do cats do what they do. Yeah. So without further ado, hey, I did that. That rhymed.
That was good.
I have some big news. Okay.
We're excited. What is it?
There has been a community cat in our neighborhood. My wife, Julie, guesstimates for about 10 or 11 years, a black and white tuxedo cat that was abandoned when the family just moved. So Julie and myself and others, I came new onto the scene. We have been taking care of this cat, outdoor cat, Baxter. And he has a falsetto voice. He meows like this.
Oh.
This is him getting a checkup. So hang on, don't show the next picture yet, Kathy. So the weather here is wacky now. We see that he's older and that he's crossing streets without paying attention. So we have made the decision, because it's a very friendly cat. He thinks dogs are the coolest. We have officially adopted Baxter, an 11-year-old cat. Yay. So he got all his pets. He doesn't have any kitty cooties, and he does only have 1.5 fangs, canines. So he will be going to the dentist on next week. But this is
oh my gosh, look at
what
beautiful.
Do you think of him?
He's gorgeous.
He looks like Pumpkin and Warren.
And Warren, he does. That's what I was thinking. Oh my gosh.
And I'm glad we have a couple of behaviorists here in the house, but we have slowly been acclimating him to the cats in our house. So Kathy, go ahead and show that photo. Okay. This is in our patio.
Patio, I love it.
It's not a catio. It's not a doggio. It's a patio.
It's a patio.
Here we go.
Oh, when you have both.
There Baxter on the right with our senior cat, all black Mikey, with Casey going, where did you come from?
They're reproducing. I've got 2 black ones now.
Exactly. Now look, how did he get in there? Yes, he's gorgeous.
We do things like snuffle mats, and they have known each other through the front door screen for the 4 years I've been in here. But it's kind of interesting to adopt and bring in a community cat who's 11. So what do you think of that, Kathy?
I think it's fantastic. And I know that you know enough about introducing animals that he'll fit right in before you know it. And he's so much safer than crossing the street in his old age. And
He's in a retirement home. He's got the 5-star retirement home.
That's the best life now.
What's your thoughts, Rita, about Baxter and bringing in an older cat? That
I've done it many times, and it seems like the older cats, they blend in without much fuss because they're not trying to be alpha. They're not jockeying for position anymore. They're not hyperactive young cats. They're just kind of settled where they are. Yeah. Yeah. So those have been probably the easiest transitions I've had, bringing in the older kitties.
Yeah.
How about you, Linda?
Yeah. I like senior kitties because you know what you get. You know, you get a kitten, heaven only knows how ornery that's going to be, how big of a pistol he's going to be. You know, their personality's not developed. You get a senior, you got what you got. And it's hard. And a lot of people hesitate to do it because they know how short cats' lives are anyway. But I just think that's amazing that you do that for Baxter.
Well,
Lucky Baxter.
Perfect segue, because in Modern Cat magazine, there was an article that was called 7 Reasons Senior Cats Make Awesome Pets. So let's go through them. 1, you're going to discover a new side of your cats because, like you were pointing out, Rita, some of them, they do mellow with age, right?
They do. They really do.
This is my favorite, number 2. They make old man noises.
Like my
true.
My Scooter. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he does.
Yeah.
Well, they snore, they snort.
Yep.
They make chirpy noises. They have this weird when you disturb them when they're having a nap.
Yeah. They tend to be louder too.
Yeah, all 3 of my old men. I have 16-year-old Mikey, 11-year-old One-Eyed Mort, and now 11-year-old Baxter, and they all have that.
Mine just snore.
Adorable.
I get that too.
Snore big time. Yeah.
Casey says, I'm 7. I'm not snoring yet.
Yeah.
Number 3.
It's coming.
I think this is really true. Senior cats just get it because they know how to spend their time. You know, they may be watching the same bird on a tree branch. They don't care. I think that they don't have to be a full day of things. They don't have a big checklist. Would you guys agree?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna get tired out quicker.
Feed me on time and I'm happy.
Yes, exactly.
Number 4, sleeping is the best thing ever. And these old men and women can really sleep.
Yeah, they do. They do. I think maybe Dexter. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Dexter. I'm talking about Scooter. I think maybe Scooter's awake for 2 hours during the day and not all in one chunk. He likes to sleep.
The other thing is the things older cats need are kind of easy to give. They aren't really demanding. So if you get them a bed they really love, that makes their year. They don't sit there and go, what else do you have for me? What else do you have for me? We bought some new beds and that's all they want. They just want to sleep in these beds. They're not asking, you know.
It's true.
Let's see.
I'm so happy that my old girl, she's always wanted a cat to snuggle with. And none of my cats would snuggle with her because my cats don't snuggle with each other. And finally, my middle child has gotten old enough that she snuggles now.
Oh, that's good.
So I always said, thank you for being so nice to the old lady to give her something to snuggle
It is
with.
nice when you get the kitties in a mush pile sleeping, and they tend to be the older kitties.
Yeah.
Also, number 6, senior cats make awesome pets for seniors.
Yes.
Yes.
Your thoughts on that? Let's go with you, Linda. I mean, maybe you're in a senior living area, or you're 70 years old, and I don't know if you really want a kitten.
Well, exactly.
No.
I've said my days of adopting kittens are getting close to the end because I wouldn't want to adopt a kitten if I was 70. I don't know that I'm going to be here at 90 to take care of the kitten. I always give them a 20-year lifespan just to be on the safe side. And I'm sorry, but that kitten energy, look, nobody adores a kitten more than me. You got a kitten? Can I please come play with it? But it's like babies. I don't want to keep them forever. I want to give them back. I can't deal with that energy. I can't keep up.
Well,
I'm just not there.
Think of an elderly person though, and the kitten tripping that person. They can get hurt, and senior people take longer to heal if the cat nips them or scratches them. That might be prone to infection more so than with us younger
Thinner
people.
skin. Yeah.
And the final one, which is what Baxter is exuding every day, senior cats love you with all their heart because something's happened, that they got transitioned, maybe their people passed away, maybe they got dumped, whatever the reason is. I think if you can adopt a senior cat, please do, because they're really worth it. So every day I have with Baxter, we hang out every day and he just curls up in my arm, but he weighs 16 pounds.
Oh, that's a big curl up in your arm. Does your arm fall asleep?
Building biceps over here.
Well, we found out that Baxter had found all the places to peddle his charm to get kibble.
Oh, of course.
He's on a gradual diet. If we can get him a pound off in 6 months or whatever, we'll be very happy. But I was so happy that he got everything checked out. He does not have FIV, does not have IP, doesn't have any of the contagious things. He just needs, he only has 1.5 canines and he's got bad teeth. And I don't know how he did it, but he bagged a squirrel and mice and birds.
I guess when you're hungry, you do it.
That's impressive. That's
so
impressive.
Anyway, I just wanted to let you know we now have Baxter in the house, and
I love it. I'm a
welcome,
big
Baxter.
Senior cat proponent. So
yes.
So we have more snoring now. We have to turn the volume up on the TV when we're all watching because there's 3 old men in our house going.
Yeah,
What?
my Galway woke me up the other night snoring, and I was like, what? My husband wears a CPAP mask. I think I need to get one for the cat.
I was gonna say you should get one for the cat. Yeah.
Honey, can I borrow this? They're gonna slap it on his head.
Yeah.
All right. So we do have some winners to announce from last week's trivia contest. The question was, there were many of the Olympic winter athletes from the United States who actually have pets. And I asked you which one of them in the Olympic Games has a tabby cat named Muffin, and it turned out to be C, the alpine skier Michaela Schifrin, who unfortunately didn't do so well, but she had a kitty named Muffin to give her love.
Aww.
So go ahead, Kathy, take it away.
Okay, so the Kitty Raid winner was Trish Blees. And so Trish, you should be getting that today or tomorrow because it was shipped out on Monday. So congratulations to Trish. She is the winner of the Kitty Raid. Yay. And then the winner of the Meowy Wanna packet, and I don't have a picture of everything that you're going to be getting, but it's quite the treat. You get the 3 crunchies and you also get the silver vine sticks. And that was Nicole Smart. So Nicole Smart, more than a $20 value.
Very nice.
And
Very
I just
nice.
got
Great.
I got Nicole's address tonight. So obviously, Nicole, it's not been mailed yet, but I will mail it to you.
I love that name.
That's awesome. I do too.
I really appreciate our sponsors because the Kitty Raid is keeping our kitties healthy and hydrated. And the Meowy Wanna is very safe, got organic catnip in it, different kinds of toys, and bring out the play enrichment to our kitties. So we're very grateful to both of them. Okay, do not answer, my special guest, the questions to my answer to my trivia. I gave you guys an easy one. Okay, so here we go. Question is, hairballs. Yuck. Okay. What is the scientific name for hairballs? Now, no poker faces, Is it A, coccidiosis? Don't ask me to spell it. Kathy will put that up. B, cystitis. C, pyometra. Or D, tribosaur. Again, your choices are, don't ask me to spell it, coccidiosis. B, cystitis, C, pyometra, or D, tribosaur. And we will reveal that answer next week, right, Kathy? And you can send that hard name spelling list choices
it's in the chat box of the Facebook, and
she's on it.
Send your answers to my email address, kathy.black@yahoo.com. And I'm so excited we had some Facebook. Some YouTube followers that wrote us from last week. and
Hey.
said, can I enter the contest too? And I said, you bet you can. So any of you that happen to be watching this on YouTube later on in the week, you are more than welcome to send me your answers also. And I picked the winner on Sunday afternoon. So you have all the way up until about 5 o'clock on Sunday. So send it to kathy.black@yahoo.com. You can also feel free to type your answer in the Facebook live chat if you think you want to tell everybody else what you think the right answer is.
And thank you for doing that, Kathy. I think people like winning prizes. Don't you agree?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
this right
All
here
right.
is not cheap to mail. This is a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That is.
So,
We
yeah,
and
that's
we
a good
appreciate
prize.
them. Yes.
Yes.
Hey, what we're going to do now for the bulk of the show, we're still going to do a breed profile on the Birman. We're going to do a cocktail, but we've gotten some questions from you, and we've asked some questions of Linda and Rita. Just to give a quick reminder, they are with Cat Behavior Alliance, and they host a really cool show on Pet Life Radio called 19 Cats and Counting. Miss Rita Reimers is a regular columnist in the biggest, most popular cat magazine on the planet. We're talking Catster. And both of them have some credentials after their name. I just love you guys, and I really appreciate you coming back because people need help to better understand.
They do.
Yeah.
Cats aren't small human beings, and they certainly are not dogs.
No.
So we might, let me give one question that we had prepped them for, and then we have a few questions from some of you that we're going to pitch to them. Does that work with you two?
Absolutely.
Works for
Bring it
us.
on.
Okay, here comes.
Bring it on. Oh, she's ready. Hands on buzzers, people. Hands on buzzers.
We should do that.
You should do it when somebody's a former newspaper reporter. I'm ready, man.
Right? Let's go.
Okay, there is the first thing, and the question is, cats have claws, and they scratch for many reasons. Can you help us when the cat is scratching on something you don't want them to scratch on? So what I'm going to do, and what's an alternative? So to tee this up, I'm going to first ask Rita this question.
Me?
Yeah, me. Why do cats scratch?
Well, of course, those paws do so much for them, but the claws, it all enables them to hunt for their dinner out in the wild. So they need to scratch to keep those paws healthy, stretch out those tendons, sheathe the outer nail, so that the new nail can come through. And also they use the scratching for marking territory. So they leave their scent. They've got scent glands in their paw pads. So they also do scratching to leave their scent on things so that other cats know it belongs to me, not you.
Okay, good. Now, for the second part of this question, Linda, the cat is at your brand new sofa. Screaming at the cat is not going to stop him from scratching. So what's going on, and what are some ways you can maybe direct him to something that would be more appropriate?
Yes. First of all, stop yelling and screaming and getting angry. Look, this cat has no clue how long you save for that sofa. He doesn't know it's a big brand. Good job. Right on cue.
Okay.
You learned so well. He has absolutely no idea. He has a need to scratch. There's a thing there. He scratched it. You can't get mad at somebody for doing what comes naturally. So what we do with cats is we have to make everything their idea.
Oh,
Kind of like when you're
outbox
dating
for
someone
feline.
and you, right. Yeah, exactly. It's like when you're dating someone and that's a wonderful idea you had. I'd love to. It was all your idea. So first of all, we need to make the couch less desirable.
Okay.
So I have sheets of 2-sided sticky tape. This is my favorite thing. You can get these at Amazon. You peel it off, you put it on the sofa. It's not obnoxious looking. It's just clear. But then when they go to scratch it, it feels sticky and they don't like it. So then the next thing I did was I took a scratching post,
Okay.
watch to see some cats prefer scratching things that are laying flat, some want at the wall, look at see where your cat's been scratching, get him the appropriate kind. And I set it right by where that was. And no, I don't want it there long term, but I could move it away in increments
Gradually.
later. I need him to go, oh, that's not good. Oh, look, here's good. And just move it over. And the problem was solved. And it was all a cat's idea because he didn't like that sticky stuff.
Very good. Okay.
I
We're
wanna
going to move on to
add
some other
one thing.
questions. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna add one tip on top of that.
Okay.
What's that?
You play with them with their favorite toy on the scratching post.
Yes.
So you reward them with good behavior. They're jumping up and down on the scratching post. They're climbing up on top of it. Da, 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 da. And so every time you walk by it, you get the toy out and you play with it, and then they'll associate scratching with fun with you
Yeah.
on an appropriate surface.
Yeah.
And the couch is no longer any fun.
And you get some of that Meowy and you put a little bit in the scratching
Yes.
post, and that makes it way more desirable. See? Approval right there.
All right.
Approval.
See, then that scratching pad becomes not a punishment, but a fun place.
Yes.
All right. Good. We got to move on because we have a lot of
Okay.
questions. Okay. This is from one of our loyal Meowy Hour. What have I been
How much of it have you tried?
Meowy Hour
For the cats, Arden. Get out of
audience
that.
members? All right. Let's see. This one I got to guess. Somebody asked, they have 3 males that are trying to hump her and do all these other things. I guess they're Persians, and they're intact males because this is belonging to a professional breeder from
Right.
CFA.
Right.
But the poor lady, right, Kathy, is just trying to live her life, and she's got not 1, not 2, but 3 boys that are like ready to hump her.
Like that bad date you can't
Oh
shake. Get
my
off me.
goodness.
Get off me.
So, who wants to start this answer first?
I'll let Linda do this one.
Okay.
Okay.
She's like, thanks, Rita.
I do have one cat that likes to do that little humping thing as a dominance behavior. He is neutered. My guess is these cats are horny, and they're intact. It is what it is. They're going to do what they're going to do, and
And that lady must have great gams.
and right, and it's there, and it's soft, and it scratches the itch just like the couch did for the nails. So but the best thing I would do in this case is to not give the cat any attention when the cat is doing this. Cats will never do anything without a payoff. I would, move the leg aside. I would give a little word you could associate it with, like no or yuck. I don't know. Stop that. And then, move away, and then they'll learn, and you can cue them up by saying that name. They'll learn, oh, she's about to walk away. And then they'll just stop. If there's no payoff, a cat won't do it.
All right. And what else would you like to add to that, Rita?
Well, possibly see their urge to mate is so strong that may or may not really curtail them. So I would also suggest getting some soft plushy toys, maybe putting some
Right.
catnip spray to attract them over, and they may start using those instead. Or if you
Maybe
see
put
them
some
starting,
Barry White music on or something.
and
Little
some,
relax my
some
cat on
kitty
the
raid in the
YouTube.
bowl and some marijuana
Ooh,
spread around.
kitty
Sure.
raid. Wow, look at you
gonna
just did.
suggest-
She just helped both of our sponsors in one answer. Nice.
I would also suggest the plushie toy
Yeah.
wearing an old pair of socks that you don't care about
Yeah.
for like
Yeah.
a weekend, and let them really get your smell on those socks.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
put your socks on the stuffy toy. And when
Yeah.
the cat wants to go for something, I did this with a cat that was a constant licker and sucker. It would like drown my gown during the
I
night.
have one of
suck it on
those.
me. So I just got a rolled up pair of socks, and every time it started sucking, I would give it that wound up pair of socks, and it
Nice.
stuck on those socks instead of me. So maybe she could wear these old socks, put that on a stuffy toy, and then when the cat
Yeah.
wants to hump her, you substitute, because obviously the cats are attracted to her smell.
Yeah.
But they're
Yeah,
only
yeah.
doing it to
Not
her.
very well. Yeah.
So
That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
Excellent. It takes a village.
And
but we're
it
getting it.
does.
Yeah.
Above all, though, don't let the cat just go to town, because you're only asking for worse problems. It's never going to stop if you allow it.
I had them grab my hair
So-
before, so.
Yeah.
They get
Here
serious.
comes question number 3. Our cats, like us, have indoor plumbing. Sorry, dogs. So we want them to be able to use their litter boxes in a safe manner. and a consistent manner. So I love that one of the articles that you wrote in Catster, Rita, and I know Linda knows a lot about this as well.
She reads them over for me, so she's familiar with all these. Sometimes she gives me ideas.
You said the title was The Litter Box from Your Cat's POV, point of view. So I know some of this may seem like, oh, I know that already. But first of all, I'm going to tee up with Rita first and then Linda. Rita, I mean, we can sometimes unintentionally mess up a cat's need to have good bathroom etiquette.
Yeah, that's true.
So what are some no-nos or don'ts that we should avoid to set up a cat or cats for success in being bathroom using champions?
Well, and I heard this just today with somebody we talked with. They put all the litter boxes in one place.
Oh.
You put them all in one place, one spot, one room. Do you know how many litter boxes that is to a cat? It's one, even if there's 5 of them there. Yeah. So you really need to put them in different spaces around your home. And plus, if you've got a multi-story home, putting them all on the basement level or putting them all on just one level, that won't work either, especially as your cat's age. If you put all the litter boxes upstairs, you know, your 18-year-old cat isn't going to have time to trot up the stairs before he has to go.
Well, I'm thinking about all the litter boxes in a row. I love your analysis that it's just one giant litter box perceived by the cat. It reminds me of going to a fair or something and all those awful porta potties that are right next door. And I'm just praying that the heavy dude next to me that just sneezed isn't going to accidentally start a domino effect.
I know, right? Just disgusting.
I have such weird dreams. I like that advice. Good. When it comes, we've got the location. All right. I'm going to ask you, Linda, what about us? Because we don't always scoop enough. And do we put a lid on it or not?
It's up to the cat, as I've learned. There's no getting your way with a cat. So when I had just my 7 cats, I had lidded boxes. I love me a lidded box. Keeps the odor down a little bit, and nobody wants to walk past and look at poo sitting in the box. But then we integrate. You enjoy that?
Well, you're a poop
looking for
I'm always checking the poop.
Oh, I thought you. Well, that's true. Yes, the poop detective. Yes, we know about that. But so then my daughter's cats came to live here, and we started having all these accidents. One of her cats is very bullied and picked on. Does not want to be in the box with only one route of escape. I mean, you need to look from the cat's point of view at everything and say, you know, would that be acceptable to me if this were my position?
Yeah, I like that. And I know that there's a lot of products out there, so I'm probably never going to get them as a sponsor for our show, Kathy, so just be aware. I'm really not a fan of plugging in an air freshener or using scented litter. So Rita, to our nose, we think that's great, but what's happening to our poor feline nose?
No, they don't. They smell so much. Their sense of smell is so much stronger than ours. It's like we have 5 million receptors and they have 200 million. It's something ridiculous proportion like that. So anything you smell, they smell even stronger, not to mention that they're right there in it, scratching with their paws. A lot of them even show on the commercials, when your cat scratches, it releases the scent. No, that your cat doesn't want to smell all that. It's not healthy for them. And then you don't want them to eat it off their paws when they're cleaning themselves either.
Oh yeah, because it has chemicals on it. Oh, I never thought about that. Well, thank you, both of you. Okay, here comes another question from one of our Meowy Hour. See, I said it right this time. Loyal audience members. Okay, this individual has 3 breeding females. Am I saying the right term? This all breed judge? Okay, 3 breeding females who, when they see each other in the house, they definitely are wanting a smackdown and wanting to have a fight with the other 2. So I'm going to start with Linda first. And this one too, Kathy, anything you feel at the end you need to add, please do, because you have really a lot of experience with breeding kitties. But I mean, I'm a female. I got all my stuff. And I see these 2 other hussies, and it's breeding season. I don't know. I'm usually a pretty calm person, but maybe something's going on hormonal. What's your take, Linda?
Were they looking at my cat, the one that I wanted? Because that's
looking at my boyfriend?
right there. That's gonna. It's right. Eyeballs back in your head. Anyway, there's
Linda, have
so
you been
many
in the
reasons.
Mary Joanna Meowy?
Hey, pass that, Willie Arden. Thanks, honey. It's when a cat acts aggressive like that and angry, there's always anxiety behind it. Something's going on. I mean, it would really take a lot to unpack what's, were they getting along before? Do we need a new kind of introduction? And what's really causing that anxiety? But there are quite a few really great holistic products for helping to calm anxiety, playing with the cat, keeping as much of a consistent routine as possible, playing with the cat to build their sense of confidence and their strength and their bond with you. We always recommend that people run through play and then eat, groom, sleep a couple times a day to give them that routine, something to look at, anything you can to break that down. There's music for cats. Are the cats bored? Are they getting enough enrichment? Do we need to add more self-play toys? But there's something there that there's an anxiety factor. And I would really look at what changes have been made recently. Is there something that you can, help with to help lessen the impact of it?
Okay. And how about anything you'd like to add, Rita?
Yeah, I think that the hormones could have something to do with it too. If this happens while they're in heat, or if it happens all the time, but especially while they're in heat, I can understand. They're competing for a mate, they're competing for resources to raise their kittens. Out in nature, big clutter, sometimes related female cats will help raise each other's kittens, but by and large, they stay to themselves with their kittens and they really don't want anyone else coming near them. So it's kind of a protective instinct to getting ready to have those babies.
Okay. And Kathy, you've had Somalis. What other cats have you bred?
Oh, like 6 different breeds. So,
Okay.
so I never could let a lot of my different males run together. I was always nervous about that. I know some people have no issues with that, but my females, I never had any issue with. My females, most of them were not the kind that really wanted to care about each other, but they didn't hate each other. I think this is definitely, I think you both hit on good points. I think it's hormonal. It's obviously hormonal. And when the girls are in season, they're stressed. And that's a natural stress that you have no control over. It's just an internal stress.
Yeah.
And I think that, like what Linda said, maybe some enrichment, maybe a little more time with them.
Yeah.
And it could just be jealousy. I mean, if these cats are off in separate rooms away from all the family members and you let them out to run the house, and now it's too stressful because they want your attention. They've got all these other animals competing for your attention. Yeah. And so it may set up them to be aggressive. And so
what about some kind of spraying of the feel away, the feline?
Well, I think the feel away,
if they're horny, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I think feel away plugins would be something that might help make the whole house a little calmer. But I'm kind of with Linda. I think that they need more enrichment. They need more mama time where they're not feeling like they're all competing, maybe for just 15 minutes of a day or 15 minutes of an evening or something. So, and then you can always just let them have that one-on-one time instead of letting them run together.
Yeah.
And I always felt like I had too many animals to give them all the proper amount of time, then I had too many animals. And I'm not saying that this is the case with this person, but they all deserve their mama time. And that's usually when the spats happen. I mean, the stupid dog has gotten so jealous.
Look at him. She's staying on her lap the whole time during the Meowy hour.
If you would watch her, she looks up at Kathy like, I love you. Just with this utter devotion.
She's asleep, actually. But she's got to where she snaps at the cat if the cat comes up and wants to get on my lap. And I'm like, so even with the cats, they could be jealous of each other. And I think that may be where some of this aggression is coming from. So I would just spend more time with them separately and play with them and give them treats and make them feel special on their own. And there may not be that aggression when they're together.
We also watch to see when it's happening. It's happening around meal times with things because cats are famous for guarding their resources. And especially if I'm pregnant or preparing to be pregnant, my body's going into nesting mode and you better back away from my food.
Yeah, I need more food.
Off.
That's a good point. Okay. Thank you, ladies. Okay. Another question. This is happening because there are people who are adopting kittens and cats, and not all cats are bold like Casey and Rusty. There's some skittish kittens, and they need to feel like they can acclimate to their homes. So what are some, what kind of help and do's and don'ts should we be paying attention to help kitties that are a little bit less confident? Who did first last? Oh, you did the horny thing first, Linda. So I'm gonna go to Rita for
I'm first.
200, please.
It's me. I'm on. Okay.
Yeah.
One thing that I think is important when you bring home a kitten, an older cat, whatever it is, start them off in a smaller room.
Okay.
If you give them the whole house, they're in a strange environment. Big environment. They have no idea where they are. They're going to run and find a place to hide, and they're not going to come out for quite a long time. If you give them a smaller room, maybe with no place to hide, or one little hidey spot where they can feel comfortable, and then come in and spend time with them in there, make sure that they get, the food they need, talk to them. If you can't touch them yet, we always told our pet sitters when I ran the pet sitting company, sit there, read your email out loud to them, talk to them, sing to them, just so that they get used to you.
Exactly.
That is really good. I will say, if I can jump in, when we brought Baxter in, we started him in our spare bathroom with all his amenities. The litter box was in the bathtub.
Perfect.
We moved him to Julie's front bedroom office, which only has one escape place, but has lots of amenities. He's now in the bigger bedroom. That's a spare bedroom. And when we're both together with the pets, he's sitting on my lap watching TV for just 10 minutes.
Aww.
And now Julie's she's picking him up and just giving him an aerial view of our home. It's not giant,
yes,
but we're not letting him just leap. We're just gradually building.
Yes, that's absolutely perfect.
Okay. So Linda, what would you add for a kitty that might be a little confidence boost or just a little afraid of their own shadow?
The biggest thing is patience. I tell people that cats don't see species. Like, you might walk out and go, oh, there's a bird, there's a dog, there's a squirrel. You're either predator, prey, or part of my social structure. That's it. And you're going to need to give me the amount of time, just like, I'm gregarious and going out and hugging people. Rita wants to take a minute and get to know them before she, physically grabs them like I would. So, these are problems that we've experienced, and, cats are the same way. Some are going to warm up right away, and some are going to take a little more time to develop that trust. And when people try to hurry them along and reach in for them, it is the worst thing. My favorite analogy is, okay, come on, everybody. Imagine you're home alone. You hear a noise. Someone has broken into the house. You go into the closet with the phone. You call 911. Suddenly the door opens and a hand reaches in. How are you feeling right now?
I live alone. Stop it.
Oh, sorry. Rita's going to be keeping me up all night. You scared me. What are you going to do with me now? But you don't want that hand. I'm scared. I'm hiding in this small, safe space to collect myself and pull myself together. Don't stick your hand in here. Are you crazy? Leave me alone. Well,
when I see giant dilated pupils, ears flat, and whiskers really, really taunt, hey,
back away from the cat.
I take a message. Okay, see ya.
Yeah,
dumb.
I'll text you. Okay.
Exactly.
Let's do lunch.
We'll talk when you're feeling better. How about no? Okay, later.
Yeah.
Well, we have a question from one of our folks here that watches us on Meowy Hour, and we do appreciate all of you guys for coming in. Today, we're having an ice storm in Dallas and Oklahoma where Kathy and I are. I don't know quite the weather where you two are, but Mother Nature is not being nice to us right now. So the fact that we're all here and we still have internet, I'm very grateful.
You're right.
Linda's internet went down last night. We were afraid for today.
So here comes the other question. Why does my 6-month-old male Maine Coon, who's going to be shown in cat shows by the CFA, why does he bite his back toenails when he's being groomed?
I think she said he just chews on them all the time.
Chews on them all the time. Okay. So I used to bite my nails. Look, pretty nice. I don't have fancy nails, but
I don't either.
So Linda, what's your take on what's going on with this Maine Coon? Because as a breed, and Kathy can jump in, They're called the gentle giant. And I used to say they're like the cat that has smoked a joint.
Yes.
They're like,
got into the
nothing
meowy
bothers me.
Exactly.
I
Yes.
miss my Maine
Yes,
Coon.
we love Maine Coons. It's probably a self-soothing. Oftentimes when you find that they've got a hot spot, a spot that they're really bald or they're really chewy. Why were you biting your nails, Arden? I'm gonna guess stress, anxiety.
There you go.
Talk to the cat. Yeah, something, you know.
Casey, don't tell them all the reasons, okay?
He knows your secrets.
He
That's
knows,
right.
He's my BFF, my best feline friend. So he,
Exactly.
and poor Rusty's sitting right there going, why can't I come down here? Rusty, I will get you down here in a second.
This has been hanging over your shoulder the whole time. Like, I'm here, Mom.
But this one gets upset. So right here, we're gonna try to do it. Let's see. Here you go. Look where he is.
Oh,
Oh my
my
gosh.
baby.
If looks could kill, boy.
I was gonna say that's a death stare. Like,
I will.
Yes.
I will give him. He will be mad, but I will give him because I love Rusty too. Rusty's.
Of course.
I do love Rusty.
Says
Rita.
no.
Okay,
You love
what's
me
your-
more.
I love you more, maybe.
I just have an answer to
Oh,
the.
Okay, go ahead,
Oh,
Kathy.
so yes.
I had a Somali that developed a food allergy to the food I was feeding. And what he would do is he would rip it
Oh,
with
good
his front
point.
feet and he'd pull all the hair off his feet. And I didn't know what was going on with him. I was showing up at the time. I thought it might have been stress related, but it turned out it was a food allergy.
Oh, very good.
And it made
Yeah,
him really itchy.
I was
that's a
just- yeah,
really good one. Yeah.
It wasn't his back feet, it was his front feet, but it could be the back feet. I mean, so I
Yeah.
would look into maybe a food allergy, stress, something like that that's making the
Yeah.
kid chew on his toes.
Try switching it, make a vet
And
visit real
anything
quick, and then
else
yeah.
you'd like to add on that, Rita?
If it's happening while grooming, I would think maybe you're hitting an itchy spot, and that's kind of like a displaced. I'm trying to scratch that.
Yeah.
But if that's happening all the time, it could well be a self-soothing mechanism. Something could be stressing him. Could be an allergy.
Okay. All
Have your
right.
vet look.
Yes, definitely. Please. They're there for us. They're there for our pets. Here comes Rusty trying to come in. Rusty, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come here. Why?
Brother not appreciating you, Rusty. I'm sorry. Oh,
I know.
my baby.
I love them both. Don't make me choose. Oh, here they come.
I hear you. It's
Hang on.
rough.
I gotta get him.
Aw.
Okay, tails up. Okay, we have probably time for one more question.
Okay.
We're gonna do the
Already? Oh wow.
Do you guys
It
like this?
flies.
Are
It
people-
always does.
Is
It
there
always
anything
does.
that anybody's asked Kathy from the show that we need to make sure we don't ignore?
I just had someone, they were asking, how do I ask a question? So I said, pose it here. So they just came in. I haven't had a chance to read it yet.
Okay.
But our 2-year-old has recently started kneading blankets and biting the blankets.
Ooh.
He's purring while he does this. He does it for at least 14 minutes, then he falls asleep. Is there any way to stop this behavior? I think it's also strange that he never did this as a kitten. So this is something that's new. It's a 2-year-old cat kneading blankets, biting the blankets and purring and then going to sleep.
Okay, we'll start with Rita this time. What's your thoughts?
It definitely sounds like some self-soothing behavior. But also, since it suddenly started and in an adult cat and hasn't been a habit all along, I would have your vet check for pica.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
that usually shows up about 2, doesn't it?
Yes, it
And
does.
explain to people what pica means, and not if you were in the newspaper world, has to do with something with font sizes.
Yes.
Yeah, that too. But no, and this happens in people too. It's a disease that they just feel compelled. They're always hungry and they just eat. Whatever it is. And for some reason in cats, it seems that they're attracted to the blankets and the wool for some reason.
Mhm. Okay, and I heard that Siamese cats may be more prone to.
I did not know that part.
Is that right? Did I just put this out of my butthole?
No,
But,
you probably read it somewhere, I'm sure.
Getting here as editor of Catnip, I heard that for some reasons, and I had a Siamese that chewed right through my favorite wool sweater as a kid.
Wow.
Turkey.
Yeah.
And I was the youngest of 3 sisters, and then had a kid brother. It was my first non-hand-me-down. So it was even
Oh,
different.
that's
I picked
depressing.
it up to wear it, and there was like a cannonball size hole, and Corky was like, "Hi."
Hey, that's when you start thinking
me.
that cat hates me.
Exactly. Naughty.
But
Is there
Casey's back
treatment
now.
for
Casey
pica?
just,
Is there treatment
Yeah.
for it?
what's that?
Is there a treatment for pica?
Yeah, they're with the
I'm sure there
veterinarian,
is, but since I'm not a veterinarian, I don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
But
there
I
is
just
some
know
calming.
that.
There are some calming medications since
Yeah.
none of us are veterinarians.
Yeah.
Please see your veterinarian because also as a safety first aid, you don't want that foreign body in their mouth, in their
Yeah,
throat, in their belly because it can cause obstructions.
Right.
So
definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to add on that?
As far as
No,
sorry,
Linda?
cat just jumped up behind me and scared me half to death.
I
Hi,
see that.
Kismet. Anyway, I was just gonna say if the vet says it's okay, several of mine do that, and I tend to find that it's the sooner a kitten has been taken away from its mom, the more likely it is to do it. I think it's just reminiscent
True.
of nursing where they're needing and it's a comfort thing. You just redirect them, move them away, move that blanket away. I know which blankets, it's the fuzzy ones that my cats really like. If you put it on there, it's gonna get wet, so just don't. That's one way to
My
deal with
sock
that.
method, my dirty sock method was a perfect solution. It might work for this.
Yes, that would work. Yes.
All right. We want you guys to stick around because if we have time for any more comments, we've got the Brain Trust here with Rita Reimers, Linda Hall, and I'm really impressed, Kathy Black. You all know cats really
I've
well.
only done cats for 30 years, so I think I've seen about all of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I think this has been a real helpful show. So what we're going to do for the remainder of the show, Kathy's going to talk a little bit about the Birman breed while I go off screen to get ready to make the kitty cocktail. And we're going to also talk about my first aid class, which is tomorrow night. We still have some space for that. And then we'll go from there. So Kathy, take it away.
Okay.
Oh.
So for those of you that have been following us the last month or so, we are matching our breed profile with the breed of the week. CFA is doing a breed of the week. So if you follow us on Facebook, you look at our website, you'll see that each week we're focusing on a specific breed and we're doing them alphabetically. There's 45 breeds, so that's going to fill up most of the year. And this week we've been featuring the Birman breed, or the sacred cat of Burma, as it's also known. And this is a breed that's got a lot going on with it. So let's talk about it. First of all, it's a pointed cat, means it has the Siamese gene, which puts the color on the extremities, the face, the ears, the legs, and the tail. It also has the gloving gene, which has these white gloves that covers over that coloration that's on the legs. And of course, it's Siamese gene, it's going to have blue eyes. It's got a very silky coat. So let's kind of talk about it a little bit. Its kind of beginnings are shrouded in legends and mystery. And there's lots of different stories about how it got its markings. And so everybody just keeps guessing on that. But it's very colorful. I'm not going to go into some of them, but they are quite interesting when you hear about how the cat touched a dead monk and it turned his feet white because he was pure, and things like that. But it was it arrived in the United States in 1959. It was registered with CFA in 1967. Most of our Birmans can be traced back to England, France, Australia, and Germany. And like all pointed cats, when these cats are born, kittens, they are solid white. And that is the strangest thing I ever witnessed when I was breeding cats. Watching I had an Oriental short hair that they have Siamese behind them, so you can still get pointed cats. And I had a white kitten born in a litter of colored kittens. And I'm like, what? I can't have a white. That's genetically not possible. And then watching the nose leather develop and the paw pad color develop and the point color come in was very interesting. And so this breed does the same thing. They come in a rainbow of colors: blue, seal, lilac, chocolate, red, cream, and then tortoiseshell. All these colors are either going to be a solid, or if they have the tabby gene, we call that lynx, the lynx pattern. Think of a lynx wildcat with those stripes on it. So they have their white, beautiful paws. They're a medium-sized cat, but they're strongly built. They've got a stocky body. They got a beautiful little round face. We call their profile Roman, a Roman-shaped nose, which means it has kind of a hump with the nostrils low on the leather. Very pleasing expression. Their coat is silky soft, non-matting, longer around the ruff and on the belly and on the tail. And so they don't require a lot of grooming. They're just a really fun cat. So let's look at some pictures. This is a seal point. Seal point, of course, is the black, darker coloration. They also come in the chocolate, and you can see these gloves. Now, the white on the front paws does not extend above the second metatarsal. Otherwise, it's a disqualification or a penalty. And on the back of the back feet, I couldn't find a picture, but it actually goes, the white goes up on the back of the hocks, and we call that laces. If you think about lacing up your skates, that's kind of what it looks like, is the laces on your skates. This is a lynx point. You can see the tabby markings on the face and on the legs and in the tail. Here's another lynx point. You can see the tabby markings on the face. It's a lighter color, so it's harder to see the tabby striping on the legs, but you can really see how that white just, it's like you drew a line. It just goes right across that second metatarsal. That's the second metatarsal is where the foot changes direction. There's a joint there. So that is gives you those beautiful white gloves. And then you can see that here also, here's another lynx point. And then you can see kind of on this one, you can see how that white extends up the back of that hawk. Now it is a disqualification if the white goes above the top of the hawk. So very fancy markings on these cats. They also have what we call a golden mist. You see it more in the darker colors. They've got a little shading across their back right here. And so there's some really fancy names. But you can see the paws are all white. Sometimes they'll have a dark spot because sometimes the paw pad will have color. So obviously the coat color will be next to that paw pad. That's not a disqualification unless they have really long runners. Sometimes a pet will have a runner going up the leg. Here's some blues.
Oh,
and
Beautiful.
And they actually, the standard calls for a flat spot in front of the ears. You can see that on this cat. And they just have those gorgeous blue eyes, those silky coats, stocky bodies. And sometimes these cats will huff and puff, kind of like, I'm going to blow your house down. They kind of do this huffing sound when you're handling them. It's hilarious when they start doing the huffing. But they're just a fun breed, and that is our Birman breed.
Oh, so pretty.
Beautiful.
She knows her cats. She really does.
She does. I wanted to pet that cat though. That was a floofy cat. It was a lot of floof.
I liked that it said they don't match.
I read that. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Our new boy is a long hair. We're going to be doing a lot of brushing, but he has a very soft coat, and I've just been showing him the brush. I just lightly did it. And I'm just gradually making it a fun thing because I'm going to be grooming him. I've always had short hair cats, so it's time.
Yeah.
Long hair.
Yeah.
I have to brush Scooter and Missy every day. They're Norwegian forest cats.
Curly hair, as in Destiny. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Destiny.
That's a bad.
Destiny. Look at that. Look at her. How dialed up she is.
I know. I know.
I'm letting her hair grow.
I can't help it. I'm just
It's a good do. She had glam in before they started recording.
Hey, before we go, we do have a salute to all cats, especially cats like Casey and Rusty, ones that we don't know who they came from.
Who's your daddy? We don't know.
Who's your mama? Who's your daddy? Cats, and we love that the Cat Fancier Association actually has a program called Companion Cat World. Take it away, Kathy.
All right, so our CCW program is a way that we recognize the non-pedigreed cat. Those random bred cats, your neighborhood cat, your rescue shelter cat, doesn't matter. For a one-time fee of $13, you can register your cat. I like what someone said. Every cat deserves a legacy, and by putting it into the CFA database, now it has a legacy of an association that's been around since 1906. I always say CFA is a year older than Oklahoma. Oklahoma became a state in 1907.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's good.
A year older than Oklahoma.
That's good.
So you can see your cat in our gallery of cats. When you upload a picture, you get a card. In fact, I had a pedigree breeder write me and she said, I want to provide CCW cards to all my pets. And I'm like, well, it doesn't work that way because they're pedigree cats. And so she said, well, how can we get that to happen? I'm like, well, talk to your regional director. Maybe we can start doing a card for every cat.
Exactly.
Because they're very popular. You can get key chains, key ring, you can get a luggage tag. You can check it all out.
Very cool.
CFA.org/CCW, and 10% of your registration fee goes to a local shelter. So
We like that
Nice.
very, very much.
Very much.
Hey, tomorrow I'm not giving you all much notice, but if you're not doing anything, why don't you join Casey, Rusty, and me, and for 3 hours take a veterinary approved cat first aid class. We've got some spaces open, and if you go to Pet First Aid for You, you'll get all the details. We also have a cat dog class coming up in March. I've been a busy girl. Every weekend I have been training various boarding center staffs, doggy daycares, overnights, cats and dogs. And so we do customize our training. If you're a pet sitter, a boarding staff, you're a veterinarian, vet tech. I even train canine police officers. So I'm just excited that Casey and Rusty help me help you. And all of you have taken the class. So, and they're still my friends, everybody. So that's a good
Right.
It's a great class. You really should take it if you have
really,
cats.
it's really good. Next Tuesday, we are going to do a private class for the whole group of the Bitty Kitty Brigade from Greece.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
I asked a few weeks ago, and I am giving them a comped pet first aid course. And
Cool.
so we're going to be teaching them the Kitty Bitty Brigade. That's hilarious, isn't it?
That's great.
Yeah. So anyway,
The price is also extremely reasonable, and
Yes.
you're certified for what, 2 years? I think my certification, I think a little
It's 2
certificate and
years.
stuff is very cool. But if my animal choked on something and I didn't know how to give it Heimlich and I could have saved its life, this is, plus you taught monthly checking and keeping things ahead. So there was so much beyond that. Yeah, your course is worth everything.
Everyone that comes to us for behavior sessions, we always recommend that they take your course.
Yes.
And I hope some of them have.
yeah, I think they have, and I appreciate
Good.
that.
Yeah, well, of
Okay, we
course.
got a few minutes left, so I'm going to become a bartender.
All right.
This one is called the Perfect Mulled Apple Cider with a Kick, because we want you all to smile like a contented cat as you savor this warm mug of wonderful. Again, let's give a shout out to Teresa Kiger. She is the CFA All-Breed Judge and editor of Cat Talk, who does these amazing graphics. This is perfect, wouldn't you say, Kathy, for a cold, chilly night like tonight?
Yes, and it's 17 degrees right now. And
Yeah.
it was
So
I
cold.
won't tell you it got to 70 here then.
For this one, you do want to have 1.5 ounces of brandy. It's a pretty easy recipe. You're going to do about 4 ounces of apple cider, and you're going to stick that in the microwave. Now, notice my cat mug.
Oh, I love it.
AC. So once you got to that stage, then you want to sweeten the deal by doing like 1 teaspoon of honey. Here we go. This will get rid of any sore throats, promise. And this sounds odd, but you want to do a little pinch of fennel seeds. Fennel to give that.
Now that is bizarre. I would have thought cloves maybe.
Well, this is me being crazy.
Huh.
Okay.
And then you want to stir it up with
The cinnamon
cinnamon
stick.
stick.
Yes.
That's the best part right there.
And give a little bit of a citrus to keep the cats from trying to drink your glass.
That's
With a
smart.
slice of orange. And so at this time, this is very nice and warm. I can't wait to put it. I hope I don't burn myself. I hope we all can raise a glass. And please let us
Oh,
toast.
Pepsi's okay.
That's fine. Let us toast to all cats, purebreds and otherwise. They really make us better humans.
Yes, they
Cheers.
do. Cheers.
Absolutely. I'll drink to that.
Cheers, kids.
I like it. It's warming my cockles. I don't know what
That's definitely a winter drink for sure.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted. And today it was fate. It was an ice storm here.
Mhm.
So I hope you do enjoy this. Hey, everybody, we got about a minute left. Let's thank, please, from the Cat Behavior Alliance, the dynamic duo of Rita Reimers and Linda Hall. They are also got a
Yay.
great radio podcast you need to check out on Pet Life Radio. It is called 19 Cats and Counting. They know their stuff. And thank you both for coming back. I think we got through a lot of the questions.
Yes.
Thank
Well,
you
our
for asking us.
pleasure.
We're
Anytime.
happy to come back anytime.
Yes.
All right. And I can't do the show without Kathy Black, the all breed judge, with the dynamic,
Destiny.
delightful. I'm trying to think of all D's. Destiny. I think it's kind of cool. We have a dog mascot on a cat show. Casey
It
and
is.
Leslie are over there somewhere because they know it's time to eat soon. So they say
Right.
bye. I also want to thank the Cat Fancier Association and, of course, our two major sponsors, Kitty Raid, which is a great hydrating drink for your kitties, and of course, Quality Meowy Wana. Thank you, sponsors. We really do appreciate it. Next week, we are going to have 3 guests. Uh-oh, hairball.
Excuse me. I do.
Went down the wrong pipe.
So there's going to be a major online cat conference on April 9th. And so next week and the following week, we're going to have some of the speakers. I'm actually one of the speakers too, but I'm going to showcase my friends. So next week, our guests are going to be Pam Johnson Bennett. She is an
We love
award-winning author and a cat behavior expert. We're going to have behaviorist and veterinary tech Tabitha Cursera, and our good friend, the host of the Community Cat Podcast, Stacy LeBaron.
We love her too.
Yes.
So we're going to talk with them about what's going on with the world of cats for them. So until next time, same cat channel, same cat.
Cheers.
time. We'll see you on Meowy Hour. Cheers, everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. Thank you.